Hi, my name is Chante. I am an illustrator and I illustrated Keisha Jones is a Force of Nature. This book is very important because it's about very important trees. Underneath one, as you can see in my local park, Keisha Jones and her crew, the Bee Squad, want to support their community and save a local park, and they go out of their way to make sure their voice is heard. I really had fun illustrating this book, and what we're going to do with myself is talk about my process of designing the characters, and I will show you how I illustrated a page, and I hope you have fun and learn something along the way. What we're going to do is go to my studio, which is just a room in my house, and we'll go from there. Hiya, welcome to my studio. So this is my desk setup. I have a Mac computer and I have a tablet. It's about the size of a small TV, and I draw directly onto it using this stylus that looks like a pen but not quite, and I draw directly onto it using a program called Photoshop. And what we're going to do today is look through how I create a page in Keisha Jones is a Force of Nature. So come with me. So now we're here in Photoshop, and this is how I'm usually given a page when talking to my art director about a book. And what happens is I've been given the brief, and the blobs that you can see are directions of where potentially the scene could go, or the characters should go, I should say. And I have to be very careful of not interfering with the text and not interfering with where the fold of the book would be or the seam, and making sure that nothing falls into what's called the gutter of the book, which is the seam, as I said. And when I'm illustrating a book, I sketch out the whole book as much as possible. So that means going through many rounds of sketching and feedback. As you can see in the pink boxes, these are feedback, and the brief is in the blue side. So we can just look through a lot of the different sketches that I do. Some of the sketches are very rough, some have references, some have copy and paste images from the first book, just to make it a lot easier for my art director to visualize what I'm thinking about for that particular scene and make it go a bit faster. Some pages have large illustrations, some pages have a few minor illustrations, and it all helps move the story along visually. Once we have that feedback in place, I'm then able to move on to final art. And here we come to the page that I wanted to discuss the most. So this page is quite active and there's a lot happening in this page. I believe the dog's name is Minnie, is running away with a ham, and it's utter chaos. And so you can see I'm trying to avoid interfering with the text as much as possible. I think we did end up shrinking this page a little bit, my illustration, so that it didn't interfere with the text too much. And this is how a refined sketch would look like. And honestly, my sketches are very messy, and this is what normal sketch would look like. So don't feel too bad if you still draw stick figures or anything like that. This is how I still get an idea onto the page until I can make it a lot neater. And so then we finally get to the final illustration, and the whole book, as I said, is black and white. I have to be careful of these because when it's printed like this, some of the colours do change. And now you can see that it's printed, and close up there are things that we have moved around a little bit to have the final illustration in the book. Now we're going to move on to designing Keisha. So Keisha Jones went through quite a few different changes. The brief I was given for her was a very active, tomboyish girl who might wear a hoodie or a bandana. The bandana is very significant in the story, which is her
great aunt B's bandana that she used to wear. And so those are the things that I was told to keep in mind while illustrating. And after quite a few rounds, of which we don't have time for, we ended up getting to this version of Keisha, which I enjoy myself. I hope you do. And so in this image you can see I've made what's called a turnaround to make it a lot easier for me to draw throughout the book. And that's how I illustrated her. Once I had Keisha down, I was able to then move on to her friends and her family, making sure to make the family look as close to her as possible. And yeah, it was a lot of fun making this particular book. The characters are all unique in their own, and I hope you enjoy reading. I hope you enjoyed looking through my process throughout this book, and thank you so much. Bye!